Morning, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good Monday thus far. Forgot to put on my Pacers jersey since we won last night. Hope everyone's doing well. What's up, Shipper Brad? What's up, Kit Kat? What's up, Kit Kat? Yep, Shipper Brad here. What am I going to be proud of you? What'd you do? I follow you on Instagram. I see some of your pictures. What did you do? Shipper Brad is here. And Talker Brad is here. Talker Brad's always around. Always around. What'd you do? What'd you do? I sold 5 Ralph Lauren button-ups for $120 yesterday. Let's go. That's $20 a piece. No, it's more than $20 a piece. That's good money. What's up, Nate? Hello from Nashville. What's up, Nashville? MJG. What's up, MJG? Morning. Go Wolves. Hey, yeah, Wolves are playing the Golden State Warriors. What, tomorrow night? That should be good. Good morning. Good morning, Greg. All right. Good morning, Jens. Felix, how many? How many what? We got one dub. One dub. We've got 1 out of 1 so far. How many sales? 3 Mercari. Depop fell off. Right when last week I was talking about how Mercari has sucked, Mercari comes back and gives me 3 sales for 16, 17, and 35. So whatever. That's why I continue to cross the stuff to Mercari. If I can get 5, 6, 7, 8 sales a month, whatever, I'm doing it. How do you make you proud? I know. I am proud of you. Pull a Ralph Lauren button-up shirt sell. You price them right. Take good pictures. Promote them maybe. I don't know if you promoted them. They sell. They sell. And 10 on Poshmark and 20-something on eBay. So that's what we're doing. First thing we're going to pack up, though, real quick, is this Bonobo shirt. I couldn't find this anywhere. Just talked about this Friday night. I did a live Friday night packing. I'm like, oh, my gosh, it's nowhere. I'm at the refund the buyer. I cannot find it. Reason I couldn't find it is because it was in a bag of blue polos when my brother-in-law and his kids came to town. They wanted to go see the Kentucky game in Indy, and they went, and they wanted to borrow blue clothing. So that is why I could not find this shirt. It's a Bonobos polyester golf shirt, and I didn't even write down. I don't even – how much did I sell it for? I don't remember. Probably like 20-something bucks. Let's see. $16.20. I don't buy Bonobos very much with anything. What's up, Ocala? Cindy, how do you like your bins in Ocala? I can tell you how I like them, but you tell me how you like them in Ocala. I went to Ocala bins. Depop has been going crazy since boosting. There we go. There you go. Boost. I'm glad it has. So Audra told me to boost on Depop. I sold a couple things right away. I haven't sold anything since. MJG says it's been going crazy. That's what Audra said. Have to run. See you, Kit Kat. All right, so Bonobos. This actually sold for $16.20, so that was a nifty sale at least. And I still made money. I paid $5 for it, but it's just not something I'm going to be picking up anymore. Bonobos shirts. It did sell, so if you can buy it for $1 or $2, it's not bad. As Bearded would say, not bad. This was also a bad sale. Good morning, Momo. What's up, Momo? All right. This is a really good shirt. Polo Ralph Lauren gingham check. These sell for $22.99 for me, especially with the blue really quickly. But when I was taking pictures, I noticed it had a embroidery on the cuff of the sleeve. Now, this embroidery is a PGA golf course, but it's on a Oxford shirt. So not really desirable to have that there. Especially when it's on your cuff and you're looking at your watch, it's right there. So I got rid of that for $15.99. And it actually sold, and I listed it this weekend. Sold in a couple days for $15.99. But I priced it cheap for that reason. Richard, what's up, Richard? Good morning, Dick. Does going on or off vacation mode on eBay mess up getting more sales on vacation mode because you're using it so much? No, what I notice when I go on vacation mode, Greg, is I get about half the sales I normally do on eBay. And then when I come back, I turn it on. But whenever I go on vacation mode, which I will here in a few weeks when I go on that vacation, I will list while I'm on vacation. So I continue to list while on vacation. That might combat some of those sales. So, yeah. They're okay, but I prefer Orlando bins. Yeah. So, Cindy, your bins, that bins, the store is so small with the little black bins. You have to bend all the way over. I mean, it was weird, but yeah, I didn't get anything, I don't think, at that one. This is a Vineyard Vines shark tie. Vineyard Vines shark tie all over print. I usually always buy Vineyard Vine ties. They cost me $1.99, sometimes even 99 cents. It's sold for $18.99. I'm going to pick that up. Vineyard Vines ties I always pick up. $18.99 is what that sold for. Good morning. I've not been able to connect on Depop via Nifty. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I've tried a few different methods already. So what I would do is just contact Nifty's customer service. They're really good. They should get back to you really quick. That's what I would do. I don't know if it was Depop or where it was, but one of the platforms I had to do my password on Depop or Mercari, whatever it was. I don't think it was Depop though. But yeah, contact Nifty and see what's up. They'll help you out. So there's that tie. By the way, since people are in here now, we have some people in here. How are sales? How are sales over the weekend? Thumbs up, thumbs down. If that same issue to do with passwordless sign in Chrome. Oh, whoops. There you go. There's an answer. What's up, Coon? What's up, Coon? So you can list while on vacation mode. It doesn't affect anything. Nope. Correct. I list while on vacation mode on eBay. So when you're on vacation mode on eBay, your entire store just says at the top, the buyer is currently gone or on vacation or whatever, and expect your delivery to be when you get back. And you'll put in the date. So it will tell them the dates. And I'll list on vacation mode, and those items will go under the same category and under vacation mode and get the same thing because they're in my store. Crystal, good morning. A bit slow this weekend. Blue had some good sales. Weekend Blue had some good sales. Trying boosting on Depop and all that brought me was lowball offers, unpaid accepted offers, and so many unnecessary questions. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, Depop, man, Depop is like the last to get it together. Let's go over there. I don't care if you guys look at my stuff. Let's go over there because I only get on Depop. I didn't have any sales. I only get on Depop to ship things and every once in a while to answer these offers. So let's see what offer we have today. Here's an offer on this Ralph Lauren jacket. Let's see what they offered. $25 on 40. That's not completely disrespectful or anything like that. I'll respond with 35. And then let's see if we can get one we can accept and they can't pay for. Here's one right here. Golf shorts, $16 on 19. They're not extra small, but you know what? I'll accept that. Whatever. Let's see if they pay. Bet you they don't. Bet you they don't. But we'll see by the end of this live. I had one Depop sale. There you go, Cam. One Depop. Better than me? I had 0. Sold a ton of Derby and bourbon items over the weekend. Makes sense. When it's on people's mind, that stuff sells. Kentucky Derby, sell those Derby cups. Yeah, all that stuff. The mint julep cups, people collect those. Good morning, Bobby. Picking up good. Things are picking up. But you should accept and send offers, right? But you shouldn't accept. Are you talking about on vacation mode? Oh yeah, I accept offers and send offers on vacation mode on eBay. If that's what you're speaking about, yeah, oh yeah. I treat it like my store's completely open for business. It really is. It's open for business. It's just everything's going to be delayed, and they will see that. And if you'll get a question on vacation saying, hey, why hasn't my order been shipped yet? You can say the shipping dates are still the same. They haven't changed. When you bought the item, it's on vacation mode, so you'll see that, and that hasn't changed. And they'll see that and be like, oh, yeah, shoot. And sometimes they'll be like, well, I needed it this week, and I need to cancel it. Okay, no problem. Buyer wants to cancel and refund them. No problem. Sales were slow over the weekend, and then Sunday evening, Poshmark exploded. 9 sales in a few hours. Let's go. That's good. What's up, OV? What's up, OV? Good morning to you on YouTube. I only had 8 eBay sales. I haven't listed 75 items, but I haven't listed but 75 items all year. Nifty for the win. Yeah, right. You and Bearded are in the same boat. Selling stuff just based on, he hasn't listed anything, but the relist and the sending offers, I think, is helping him. What about Poshmark? Do you ever leave it open when you're on vacation? I don't. No. So I close Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. eBay, I put on vacation mode where they can see me, not ghost mode where I'm off and my store is just completely shut down. No one can see it. But no, I don't keep Poshmark and those open because you have to ship those items. Usually when I'm on vacation, I'm gone for 7 or 8 days. I'm getting back into listing today. Let's go. Yep. Woo, it's a habit. It's a groove, right? It's a groove. Good morning from Calhoun. What's up, Buckies? What's up, Buckies? All right. A pair of Nike shorts. These are some tour performance Nike shorts. I like these because they have the little perforated holes in right there in the back. You can see them. Those little perforations, they add a little bit of character. They sold for $19.99. Shut that off. $19.99 via promoted listing. And yeah, $19.99 via promoted listing. Yes, sirs, Daniel. Yes, sirs. Let's go. Let's see if Kayla pops in here today. Have you been hit by the ban from the new Poshmark policy? I'm scared to delist. No, I have not. And I don't think I'll have an issue. So I actually was talking to Nifty this weekend. And I told Nifty, I told her that I actually changed my relist to 15 a day. If you go on Nifty and it says suggested relist 18 a day or 19, whatever it says, I drop mine to 15 a day just to play it safe. I'm more concerned just about the sharing. That's the biggest thing I think on Poshmark. And I had decent sales. I mean, I sold a bundle of like 6 items plus some other stuff. So yeah, I'm not too scared. Do you think $55 is too low or too high for a pair of Lululemon ABC pants? I think it's a little bit high these days, Gabriel. If they're in used condition, a little high. I used to get that for Lululemon ABC pants for men. I don't get it in the 50s anymore. But hey, you might have better pictures and better luck than me. But yeah, I don't get that anymore. I don't price mine over 50. At what point do I add extra insurance on eBay order when I'm buying a label? I never order extra insurance on clothing. Never have. Now, when I did hard goods and antiques and stuff like that, I would because you have the chance of stuff breaking. Clothing, I never have done insurance. I've never had an issue. Sales were fire. Piece of scrap. Let's go. That's what I want to hear. Good morning, Jackie from Dallas, Texas. What's up, Texas? Go Warriors. I know. I was rooting for the Warriors. My wife was not rooting for the Warriors. I don't know why, but I was. I'm like, I still like all those old guys. I want them to do well. They came back and did well. This is a Peter Millar. I just listed this. This would be a Crown Comfort or Crown Soft. It's mostly cotton, but it still has spandex and another blend in it. It sold for $22.99 on eBay via promoted listing. And if you're new here, I promote on eBay at 9%. Installed Nifty last week and started cross-listing on Posh, but nothing has sold on Posh. Not sure what I'm doing. eBay is going slow. Yeah, I don't know. Nifty helps my sales. I would just make sure you have everything set up right and be patient. It's only been a week. It's only been a couple days. Give it some time. Give it some time. But also it comes down to making sure you have the right items, right prices, right pictures, all that stuff. Nifty's not going to make those sales as long as you have those right items. Happy Monday from Kansas. What's up, Kansas? We don't have much from Kansas in here. What's up, Kansas? Piece of scraps for relisting on Poshmark. Relist unsold items older than how many days? I have mine set 65. Relist 1 to 2 days. Okay, let's go over and look. We'll go over and look what I have. Nifty.ai. We want to go to dashboard and let's go over here to what is it right here? Yeah. So what I have is relist unsold items older than 60 days. They recommend 18. I do 15 relists. I keep all my shares and all that stuff eligible. I'll do that too to parties. Yeah, that's what I have. So hopefully that helps out with your question. Let's see. What's up, Richie Rich? Let someone else. No Warriors. Oh man. Hey, I honestly, sorry guys. I don't think the Warriors are going to win it all. I just was happy to see them win against the Rockets. The Rockets have a young team. I know it's heartbreaking for them. They'll come back and be good. Thoughts on sending a 12-pound Poshmark package in a flat rate box? I don't know. I've never sold or sent anything in a flat rate box from Poshmark. But yeah, I don't think there's an issue with that. As long as it's safe. I mean, you just want to make sure the item doesn't break. So these boxes have super thin walls. These priority boxes, the walls are just super thin compared to a box if you get online, corrugated with like double wall. You're not gonna have issues with stuff breaking too much in something like that if you wrap it right. What's up, Angry Otter? I'm headed out to my thrifting at Park Avenue Thrift. Wishing all the best with this day. Just keep swimming. Yep, let's get it. Just keep swimming. There you go. I love my Finding Nemo quotes. Is eBay still my most profit? Yes, Megan. eBay is still by far my largest seller. The weekend I sold around 27 items, maybe a little more. 10 on Poshmark, 3 on Mercari. So eBay is still my number one. What do you do when I add it? It's hard. What do I do to add it? It's hard. To be honest, I don't know because I've never sent a 12-pound item out, Miguel. Maybe someone in this chat on YouTube can help you, but I'm not going to lie. I've never sold anything for 12 pounds out on Poshmark. What's up, Nashville? What is Nifty? Nifty is my cross-listing automation tool. So I do all my cross-listing on Nifty, all my automation. It's also my spreadsheet for analytics, delist all my items, all that stuff. So V, if you're a reseller, Nifty is what I use for all those things. And it's the best one out there. All right. This is a Levi's, like Y2K Levi's. This is denim, and it has the metal buttons. So with these Levi's shirt, I'm always looking for metal buttons. If they have metal buttons and they're $5, I'm picking them up. They're denim. If they're red, they're black, white, off-white, bone, whatever color they are, I'm picking them up for $5. This sold for $29.99. Over $500 or over 5 pounds cost extra, Miguel. Over 5 pounds cost extra on Poshmark. So if you're shipping something for 12 pounds, it's going to cost you extra. Can you use any priority box, even fixed rate or regional box on Poshmark? Double box for support. Oh, there you go. You can use. There you go. Angry Otter's giving you some tips. Do you think Nifty will add Etsy at some point? It has. So Nifty is at least in the starting phases. So Nifty has added Etsy. You can put in your Etsy information. I'm not sure if you can cross-list, guys. Can you cross-list over to Etsy yet? I don't have an Etsy store, but it has added Etsy. You can put in your information. I'm not sure if you can cross-list over there yet or whatever. Posh weight is limit is 10 pounds. There you go. There you go. So 12. You might have to do 2 different shipments, maybe. Might have to do two different shipments. You mentioned previous Facebook group you run. Is it open for new members? If so, do you have a link, Shu, or where to find it? You mentioned previously Facebook group you run. Oh yeah. So the Facebook group is just, I'll just type it in here. Just go to Google and search Surfs Reseller Group, and it's free. It's free. It's private, but it's free. So yeah, there's like almost 14,000 people in there maybe, and it's free. Want to create a free group? Doesn't cost money because everyone has paid groups and all that stuff. You don't need one of those. You just get a whole bunch of people that have some knowledge in there and ask questions. People answer them, and that's all you need. So it's free. But if you start trying to sell stuff in there, that's when we kick you out. Posh weight limit is 10 pounds. There you guys go. Mostly clothing sellers. What will do good on Etsy? So I've heard that vintage stuff does well on Etsy. Vintage, I'm guessing like grandma sweaters, unique stuff, all that sort of unique, cutesy, chotsy stuff. Okay. Sold a blazer, sold a couple different. This is a blazer. This is a canali blazer. Canali. I don't pick up all canali. This one had a nice pattern to it. It's nice wool, nice pattern. It sold for $59.99 via promoted listing, and I paid $7.99 for it. What's up, Grammy? What's up, honey? Etsy tends to have higher comps. There you go. Vintage hard goods sell well on Etsy. So you're talking about clothes, but if we're talking about something else, vintage hard goods. When I go on Etsy, I've seen like stuff like this. Like, glassware. This is Lalique, but stuff like that. Glassware, little Dove paperweights, all that sort of stuff. And then obviously the homemade stuff. This is going out ground, so I got to make sure I get a ground envelope. Poshmark 5-pound additional fees over 10. There you guys go. Okay, so you guys saw how I ship blazers, right? I roll them up like a burrito, and I keep all the buttons on the inside so they don't get broken during shipping. And then it's like a burrito. Nice little burrito. That's going to fill. Make sure it's going to fill. It is going all the way to Washington. This I sold for $11.70. So this was a nifty sale. And the reason I sold it for $11.70 is because somewhere on it had some stains. So this is one of those items where I had bleach stains somewhere, but one of those items I was taking pictures and I saw it had stains. I'm like, you know what? I'm already halfway through the pictures. I still think I can get a little bit of money out of it, which I did. So I sold it for $11.70. I'm not going to make much on it, but I will make money. I'm not going to lose money. The other option was to redonate it. I didn't. So Polo Ralph Lauren 2XL would have sold for like 21, 22 bucks. How's my fitness adventure going, Speed Racer? Pretty good. Pretty good. I've lost a third of what I want to lose by our cruise. So I've been running, and just like anything else, it takes time and patience. But when I first started running again after the cruise, I couldn't run a mile without stopping. Now I can run 2.5 miles without stopping pretty easily. So yeah, thanks for asking. Trying to stick with it. We'll stick with it. But also to eating right. That's another thing that I've been trying to do. We've been trying to do in this house is eating right. $4.50 fee per pound over $5. So 10 pounds on Poshmark is a $22.50 extra fee. Woo! Also vintage supplies. I've sold vintage Ralph Lauren. Ooh, vintage supplies, vintage Ralph Lauren. Okay, there you go. On Etsy, guys. It's on Etsy. Here's a pair of Polo Ralph Lauren pants. Again, Polo Ralph Lauren pants, the chinos. I'm just kind of looking for ones with the little pony right there. If I can buy them for $5 and they're in good shape, I'm going to pick them up. These sold for $22.99. $22.99, bought them for $5. So Polo Ralph Lauren with the little pony on there. Otherwise, Ralph Lauren pants I usually don't pick up. That's just me. Again, everyone's different. Couldn't find your Facebook group with Surf's Reseller group. Can you link it? Yeah, sure. I will. Bruce. Bruce reminds me of Matilda. Brucey, who ate that chocolate cake. Okay, let's go over to Google. I think it's Surf's Reseller group. So I go to Google. Surf's. Oh, reseller community. Maybe I didn't say that. So there it is. Surf's reseller community. It'll be the first thing that pops up right there. Surf's reseller community. I don't know if this will, because it's a private group, but I will copy it and put it in there. Doop. Paste. Okay, there you go. There you go. There we go. All right. A little bird told me you and Kiwi are getting married and having a baby named Ralphie Bear. Ralphie Bear? Kiwi and I are getting married? Who's carrying the baby? No, I heard him. I came into his whatnot last night during that part, I think. and he said I'm carrying the baby, I guess. So we're having a baby. Is Kayla cool with that? I don't want another baby, especially one with Wayne. He's got a big head. I want my baby to have a big old head. And it doesn't come from just being hereditary. It just comes from being, thinking you're the best. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome, Jackie. All right. Next item is one of these. Talk about these all the time. Bought it for 30, bought it for 10, sold it for 30. That would be bad the other way around. Sold a couple of these over the weekend. I'm kind of getting sad. I'm pulling these out of the bin, and the bin's starting to get lower and lower. And I keep selling these. I'm like, that's just quick, easy money. I don't want these to go away. I want to find more of these. These are new without tags. That's why it sold for 30 instead of like 40. The labels cut. Some of them have tags, some of them don't. This was a good sale by a repeat buyer. So thank you, repeat buyer. I just listed this over the weekend. Had my curiosity, found this in the women's section, and I saw that it was men's. It's just a big, oversized, like really cotton, I don't know, oversized whatever, pullover jacket. It's from Michigan Rag Co. Michigan Rag Co. And I looked it up, and the comps were really good. So I picked it up. I think it was like $5 or something like that. I don't remember. And sold really quickly. I took a best offer of 75. People had these listed for like 150, 100, whatever. And some, like, the comps were a lot lower than that. So I took a decent offer, and I'm fine with that sale. 5 into 75, I'll take that all day long. All day long. Never found this brand before. So where am I? Never found this brand before. It's called Michigan. Yes, sir. That's right, Shelby. Michigan Rag Co. Is that what it said? Michigan Rag Co. Good morning, Alicia. Thanks for coming in. You can use pirate shit for your, there you go. Yeah, use pirate shit for your Poshmark label. There you go. Use pirate shit for your Poshmark label. I actually used pirate ship this weekend. Sent Spencer out west something. You can find a lot of items with decent prices in your area. I can, but you know what? I really have to hit it hard. So in my area, it's hard for me to go into one thrift store and to come out with the cart full. Like, very rare can I do that. Very rare. Usually I'm getting for sure less than 10 items per thrift store through the men's section. Used to be I could get more, not so much anymore. Not so much. So, but that's why I kind of focus a lot, and a lot of people don't want to do it, especially if you're part-time. I totally understand, on getting these bread and butter items, just because a lot of people leave them, and I get it. It takes too much time. But these bread and butter items, they sell for me. This is an Untuck It, and it's a short sleeve. Untuck It short sleeve do well for me. I sold 2 over the weekend. It's a seersucker. It's like a black seersucker. Sold for $19.99 to another repeat buyer. Jeez Louise, I've had repeat buyers. Thanks, Alex, if you're out there. You can find a lot of items. Oh, my bad. Good morning from South Dakota. What's up, South Dakota, Missy? How's South Dakota? How's it thrifting in South Dakota? I wouldn't know that. Feel like you'd find a lot of boots and outerwear and stuff like that. So let's go into Alex. Untuck It short sleeve for $5. I pick up almost all of them that I find. They usually always sell the short sleeve. Here's another suit. This is a brown suit. Brown suit. It is Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers brown suit. Brown's not the most desired color, but it's in good condition. It's the Saxon wool. So it's got the Saxon wool blend. It's a little bit nicer than your regular Brooks Brothers. Saxon wool blend. SAXXON. I took a best offer for $80 and it's going international. So see ya later. I'm headed to the big polo sale, all new with tags. What? To a big polo sale, all new with tags? Richard, where's it at? I'm coming. I'm in the live. Have fun. Good luck. Have fun and good luck. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, so this right here, I'm putting in a priority shoebox. When I list suits often, I do priority. And I like to put them in these shoe boxes because they fit well when I roll them up like a burrito. Good morning from Tampa. What's up, Tampa? What's up, Tamp Flip City? Hopefully you're out there getting all the steals from K-Way, even though he doesn't thrift as much as he used to. Bolo, what's up, Cookie? All right, guys, I'm going to put it out here. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but Cookie's coming in with a Bolo Steam Force iron. There you go. There you go. All right, putting this in a bag, rolling it up airtight, putting it in this priority shoebox. Like I said, it is going overseas. I don't know what they'll do with it at the shipping center, but that's how I have these ready to ship. Not blazers, just suits. Suits I put in these, and they sell. Make sure that's the one that's going overseas, and it is out the door, heading out the door. I actually saw one of these in K-Way's new with tags Polo Ralph Lauren sales on Whatnot. Saw this exact pair of shorts. I bought these from Ross maybe a year ago, and they sold for $59.99. So these are all over patchwork with the V's. They're like little triangles. These sold for $59.99 on eBay. A good sale with those. Serves! What's your thoughts on Versace 1969? Completely different company for when you would consider a legit company. Deceptive brand or straight up knockoff. I don't know. Versace 19-69. I don't know. To be honest, Versace, depending on what it is, like jeans and stuff, sometimes don't do the best when I see them. I bought them before. So again, I know you already know this, but it's just something I have to comp out. K-Way buying bales nowadays. Bought some Whatnot merch last night. Hopefully I can make some money from him. You should be able to. When I went in there, I saw some of those down jackets go for like 30 or 40. What? Yeah, I don't know. I think you should be able to. I know I put a post out about this pair of pants that I bought from Whatnot, not from K-Way, but from Whatnot. And I sold them and doubled my money. So yeah, you can definitely source from Whatnot, guys. Especially if you find some good shows where you can get that free shipping going. These are North Face shorts. These are cargo men's North Face shorts. Nothing special, but I do pick these up if I can find them for less than $5. They sold for $18 on eBay. That's a nifty sale. Nifty sent out an offer. Cookie, do you ever find any Andy Irons Billabong swim trunks? The Rising Sun ones go for big bucks. I am on the lookout for those now, Cookie. I don't know if you mentioned it or someone else mentioned it last week about, I know Trish has mentioned it before, but like Andy Irons was a surfer, and I think they're like Y2K swim trunks Billabong. So be on the lookout for those. I tagged it over there so you can read what we're talking about. Okay, Ralph Lauren Purple Label Collection. These are women's Ralph Lauren Purple Label Collection. They do have some there's like some food or something on it. I didn't really want to mess with it because they're suede. Cargo pants, I sold these for $69. $69 over on the Bay. Over on the Bay. They're going down a padded flat rate. What is my return rate? You know what? You want to know what my return rate is? A lot higher than it used to be. I can tell you that right now. My return rate has almost doubled. Almost doubled. Let's go and see what it is today. My return rate has almost doubled. In fact, I might not even be top rated. I might be like above standard now. All right. There that goes. Let's go look at my return rate. Boop, 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 boop. eBay. Okay, I'll bring you guys over. My return rate has doubled. Sell. Performance. Seller level. Yeah, see, I'm not even top rate. I'm going to be above standard. Look at that. 4.45% return rate. I guess it hasn't quite doubled. It was like 2.75 throughout the winter. But yeah, my return rate's almost 5% right now, which is crazy. That's pretty high. That's pretty high. Almost all of it does not fit. Whatever. You're paying shipping back. I'm not refunding any shipping. I'll get the item and relist it. That's right. It's not a party without Nick in here. I don't know where Nick's at. Where's Nick at? The only surfing brand I care about is TNC from the 80s. Thriller Gorilla, baby. There you go. What about that Hang 10 that I got? Angry Otter. What about that Hang 10 I got? That's pretty cool. That's some good stuff. I priced it really high because I couldn't find the shirts just like that. I priced those shirts really high. One of those times, couldn't find anything like it. Super unique, old, price it high. If I don't get any bites or anything, then I'll just drop the price. Shoot, I might even auction them. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren again, another one of those shirts. You guys know the deal with these. 10 into 29. Pack that up. You're always top rated in my book. Thanks, Speed Racer. Thanks, Speed Racer. Yeah, I am above standard. But you know what? I never care about that. It doesn't never hurt my sales. I've been in between top rated and above standard back and forth for forever. I always go back between the two. Boop, 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 boop. I don't care. As long as you're not below standard, I think when you're below standard, I mean, you need to be careful because you don't want your eBay store to get suspended or throttled down. This is a brand I've never found before. The comps with the women's stuff look good. It's a linen shirt. So I couldn't find many comps with the men. It's one of those brands that the women's look good. There's not much men's and there weren't really many comps. So I just listed it kind of cheap. I listed it for $18.99 linen. Happy to sell it for that. Good morning, Shiat. What's up, Shiat? What's up, Shiat? Speed. Oh, I know. Isn't Speed nice? Isn't Speed nice? Hang 10, I pass up on. Okay, no. Okay, let's backtrack. Hang 10. I pass up on all Hang 10, except for this that I found the other day. I found two of them just like this. These Hang 10 shirts right here, these are from a long time ago. I think the late 60s, early 70s, based on the tag. Hang 10, there's your tag. There's your Hang 10. Really vintage shirts, surf shirts. I bought two of them. So no, I don't buy any Hang 10. I don't buy anything Hang 10. But I did find the history of the company when I was looking into selling those. It started in the 60s. Sold via Nifty. $20.70 is a Polo Ralph Lauren short sleeve shirt. Just a white Polo Ralph Lauren shirt sold for $20.70. Nifty sent out an offer. Yes. Ralph Lauren purple label. What about Tommy Hilfiger vintage? Yes or yay or nay? I don't pick up Tommy Hilfiger vintage anymore. There's probably some that sell well, but I don't pick up Tommy Hilfiger vintage anymore. The only Tommy Hilfiger I pick up that's vintage are wide leg pants, jeans, wide leg jeans. They sell well. Wide leg jeans. So yeah, this shirt sold for $20.70 via Nifty. Tracking upload defects. They're sometimes wrong, and you can feel okay. So I can tell you why I'm below or I'm above standard. I'll show you real quick. It is because of me canceling sales. Right here. So cases closed without resolution. Transactions you cancel without being in stock, which isn't always necessarily the case. Sometimes that happens. But yeah, it's going to take me a while to get back up to here. So I just got to be careful. But yeah, that's the only reason. Everything out late shipment, I'll be above standard top rated. And cases closed without seller resolution, right there at the border. Tracking uploaded on time, top rated. But if one of those things happen, you'll get above standard. So current seller status right now, I'm top rated. If they were to do me today, it would be above standard. But hey, maybe I can step up my game before they come at me or before they reevaluate my store. I'm going on vacation this Friday through Monday. Sales are going great. Should I use vacation mode or message buyers? I'll ship Tuesday. Going on vacation this Friday through Monday. Christy, do you have 1-day shipping? Tell me about your shipping. What's your shipping policy? What's up, Diamond? Thanks for popping in. Kayla, what's up, Kayla? Supposedly your husband and I are having a baby. having a baby. I know where it's going to be conceived. You know too. Canceling sales for no stock. Yeah, like if I for example, when I do like quantity listings, I might have had too many or something like that. One of them I know I had to cancel. Where is it? It's down here. I have it. So it's a North Face jacket, and it's like this, but it has a sensor just like this on it, and it's one of the sensors that have ink in it. So when I pulled it out, I saw the sensor still on it, and it had ink. So I had to cancel the sale because I can't send them that with the ink. Okay. Yeah, I just found out too. Congrats. Thanks, Kayla. Except you saw what I said. If I'm carrying his baby, I don't want that baby because he's got a big old head. And I ain't doing, I all for all that. I have a high return, that probably hurt. I better stop. I have a high return rate also. I don't remember exactly how they worded it, but like the scale on my eBay info says warning high. Uh-oh. eBay says it warning high scale. Yeah, I don't know. Mine's like 4 whatever percent. It's going to happen, but if the item doesn't fit or whatever, that's on the buyer. That's not on us. I mean, think about Amazon. They get tons of returns. Totally fine. Yeah, just change to 4-day shipping. Let's look at that. Christy. 2 to 3 day. Okay, Christy, you have 2 to 3 day shipping. You're leaving on a Friday and you're getting back on a Tuesday. You don't have to change anything because if you sell stuff on Friday, you don't have to ship that till probably Wednesday if it's 2 to 3 day. So you should be good. You shouldn't have to do vacation mode. Heard that baby gonna look like Shrek. Yeah, it's gonna look like him. Tell you what, it's gonna be a big old baby. Between the two of us, my wife calls me a big baby. I'm sure Kayla calls him a big baby. He is a big baby. Travis Matthews shorts, new with tags, retail arbitrage, $27. $27. Yo, what's up, AZ? What's up? Dude had $65 jacket sale. Had to cancel because I washed it completely ripped in 3 locations. Yeah, that happens. Shit happens, right? Tom Hanks said it in Goodwill or in what was that movie? Forrest Gump. Shit happens. So you have to cancel sales. Hold on a second. See some questions coming in. Like the questions. Bring them. Connor. Going to Connor. Oh, Connor. Love on the spectrum. Love Connor. Okay. Ink is expensive. Charge more for the shorts. Ink is expensive. I should have charged more for those that jacket. Yeah, I know. I had to cancel it. Sucks. Morning, sirs. Thanks again for sharing your Monday morning with us. Hey, I appreciate you. Go fast, of course. I enjoy it. It's gets me going in the morning too. Trust me. Still using my old iPhone for pics. What's a good phone for pics? I use my phone. I use my iPhone, and to be honest, I've used my iPhone for the longest time. And my pics were always good. I mean, the iPhones from 5 years ago still have really good cameras. So I don't know how old your iPhone is, but I'm sure the camera's really, really well. There you go. AZ. Okay. Next item is here you guys go. I wanted to call it a Lesbo. You can get at me. I don't care. You can get at me. I have no issues with any of that. But that's what it looks like, doesn't it? Lesbo flannel. Sold for $21.99. I did not write the name or come up with the name. They did. $21.99. GM Boss, what's up? Good morning. What I miss? Just some sales here and there. I use an iPhone 15 Pro Max, iPhone 13 Pro Max for pics. Yeah, I feel like I had the iPhone 13 and I liked it better than the next one I got. I just remember the phone I have now is fine. The phone I had last, I didn't like as the one I had previous. So 3 phones ago was the best phone that I had, I thought. Reason being it like didn't zoom in and zoom out and zoom in and zoom out. It was just a good phone. So I think it'll be good. Damn, saying that shirt looks like a lesbian. I'm just saying the name of it. I use an iPhone 3. Bearded use the iPhone 3. It's not called the iPhone 3. It's called the 3G, you dummy. It's called the 3G, iPhone 3G. Jeez. Coming here, trying to troll me, and you don't even know what you're talking about. iPhone 13 Pro Max is better. There you go. Haven't taken pictures in a while. I know, AZ, doing all these whatnot shows. You and Bearded, man. You and Bearded and KWay, everyone's hitting those whatnot shows. Find your little niche. Find what works for you. Saves you a lot of time, I do think. Polo Ralph Lauren, another one. This one is called Slim Fit Featherweight Twill. If this was a large, I would have kept it. I'm in a Polo Ralph Lauren era. I'm wearing that stuff right now. So just FYI. This sold for $22.99 via promoted listings. Okay, I got you. I see some questions. Let me make sure this goes out to the right buyer. Don't want to make a mistake. Georgie's. What's up, Georgie's? Okay. What do you recommend to do if having trouble finding enough inventory? For example, I just sell shoes and want to scale. Good question, Michael. If I just sold shoes here in Indy, I would have a really hard time doing it. I know Ethan Banks sells shoes. He buys some online, but he has so many around him that he can source just shoes. So for me, you guys know, I was doing antiques and stuff like that, and the Goodwills around me, I couldn't find enough, so I just had to scale, like you said, into clothing. So you just might want to scale some into clothing, or maybe purses, accessories, something that would maybe go with shoes. But as far as looking for shoes online, I don't know where to source from shoes. Maybe Whatnot, but to be honest, on Whatnot, I don't really see too many places that have used shoes that aren't hype shoes. Usually they're hype shoes. Bearded is an all right guy, but the beard is immaculate. Bearded is not an all right guy. Until he comes out down here and takes me on a date, he's not all right. This is one of those vintage shirts I found, Legends of the Fall with Brad Pitt. Bought it for $5, sold it, took a best offer of $60. $60 for this vintage t-shirt. I use an old ass Samsung Galaxy for my pics, and they turn out just fine. Cookie, what are you doing not using an iPhone? What are you doing? I thought you were better than that. I still use an iPhone 11. See? Where says I still use an iPhone 11. So yeah, I think it's okay. I always get a new iPhone every 2 years. I just do. Just what I do. I trade or sell my old one. I just get one. I like getting a new iPhone every 2 years. This is a Peter Millar. Those Crown shorts, sold these for $29.99. Another via promoted listing sale. I know people don't like promoted. They don't like eBay taking their money, but you know what? If I can sell more items, I'm all about it. Must be nice to be rich. I agree. Out here talking about Bearded, must be nice to be rich. Just to be able to run Whatnots and live off that, not have to list anything on eBay, have your wife rub your feet all the time. I wish I was bearded sometimes. Must be nice to be rich. Untuck It. Another shirt, Untuck It, short sleeve, floral. This one sold for $21.99. I did too. Kept my last one and got Verizon on it. Ooh, there you go. So what I wanted to do was get an iPhone and have someone come take pictures for me, but I decided I'm not going to do that. I don't want employees. Bearded and I talk about that too. I just don't want employees. I also think there's something to be said about like, hey, I do it all myself. I can be relatable in that sense. People can say, oh, you have employees. I don't. I do it all myself. I don't want to have to deal with employees, all that stuff, 1099s, all that. Don't tell Wayne that I did this, but I did sell 2 Tommy Bahama shirts in a lot. I don't like selling this brand, but they have been selling for me. So here's a red one and a yellow one. They both sold $40, $20 a piece. $20 a piece. Carbon to Cobalt. Carbon to Cobalt has to be the right piece in the right price. I've been leaving a lot. And I've been saying the last couple of years that it's about to be on my list of I'm leaving it, and it's pretty much right there. The only carbon and cobalt I really like picking up are the big, heavy knit sweaters or the jackets. But for the most part, button shirts, I've just been leaving them. Unfortunately. We'll put this in a bigger envelope like that. Untuckit is a great brand comparable to Hammer Made. So Untuckit, I have trouble selling just cotton plain Untuckit shirts that are between sizes small and extra large. I don't have a very good, like it's tough. It takes me a while to sell those shirts. But if they're short sleeve or a polyester blend, a performance blend, they seem to do all right. Making sure this is going to Ed. Ed's going to wear his Tommy Bahama shirts. Going to Wayne, that's weird. This is a vintage Carhartt. A vintage Carhartt shirt. It even has a stain on it somewhere. I saw a stain. There's a stain somewhere on the sleeves or somewhere. It sold for $30. International sale. How about it? How about it? $30 international sale. Carhartt vintage. That's a good tag to be on the lookout for. These older tags like this, that's a good one to be on the lookout for. These older Carhartt tags. This is just a regular old shirt, $30. I live near Chicago. From what your experience, when you went thrifting near Chicago, do you think I can find enough or just go to multiple Goodwills on the weekends? Okay, Michael. So when Bearded and I go to Chicago, we hit multiple Goodwills in a day. We just ping pong between them all. And we do that for 2 days. And his car's full of my stuff and his stuff. So we get plenty of stuff when we go to Chicago. We go during the week, though. We don't go during the weekends. We go during the week. Obviously, most of the time is spent during the daytime. So, yeah, Chicago, you can have success for sure. Carbon and cobalt used to sell well for me, but it's come down. Exactly. Agreed. With you on that one, Courtney. I have an Untuckit, and I can't sell it. Yep. Depending on what it is, Jackie, like I said, if it's just a plain cotton long sleeve, those don't do that well for me. I skip on those almost always now. It has to be performance-based. Next item. You guys see me sell these all the time, and I always pick these up. These sell as good as any other shorts for the right price. I sell these for $18.99. They smell like cologne. And they are just Adidas, these 365 stretchy pants. They'll have your little Adidas hit right there on the back. $18.99. They sell for me frequently. I listed these recently because they're on my new background. These aren't from last year. Good morning, Carolyn. Vineyard Vine used to be good. Would you pick up for $1.50 used? Had untucked shirts. 10 new tag sold out. New tag golf shirts. Brooks Brothers sold out. Yeah, so Vineyard Vines for $1.50. Yeah, I'd pick up Vineyard Vine for $1.50 because you can sell Vineyard Vines all day long for like $15, $15 on the like the plain Jane stuff. If it's performance, you can get more out of it. But for $1.50, yeah, I would do that. A lot of people have $15 to spend on that too. Jack says hi. What's up, Jax? Jax, go to the beach today and think of me, and then put sand down your dad's shorts. Okay, my brother-in-law and nephew, they're on vacation in Florida. So, what's up, Jackson? What do I have to show you? Oh, here you go, Jackson. Check out my racing helmet. What do you think about that, Jax? Huh? Can you beat me in that? I don't think so. You can't even see my eyes, Jax. Jax is a little go-kart racer too. Where does it say 365 on the Adidas? It doesn't. That's just the model. So whenever I find those, I put 365 golf shorts. Kind of like Under Armour. Doesn't say match play. I just know they're the match play version. Do you pick up Reigning Champ? Yes, Reigning Champ is a good brand to be on the lookout for. Found my first J. Peterman vintage $1 thanks to Surfs and KOA Chris at Pete. There you go. J. Peterman, good brand to be on the lookout for sure. Expensive retail. Good morning, Cindy. See you, Arizona. Have a good day. Pacers 4-0 or 1-4? Felix, I am confident the Pacers will beat the Cavs. I said it. I said if we can beat the Bucks, I know we can beat the Cavs for sure. I think the Bucks, we have a harder matchup with Giannis and stuff. We'll beat the Cavs. And I'm not one that's like, I'm confident that we'll beat the Cavs. So we won't sweep them, but I think we'll beat them in 6 or something like that. Hattie, hi Hattie. What's up, Hattie? Hattie, put sand down your dad's shorts when you go to the beach. Do that for me. Say that's from Uncle Brad. Ever found 1620 work pants? Great bolo. I don't think so. 1620. I don't think so. Here's a CC Filson shirt. As you guys know, Filson does really well. This has a oil spot on the front. Yeah, oil spot down here on the front. But since it's CC Filson, it's still going to sell. People don't care that wear these. They just, they're wearing it. Sold for $16. If it didn't have that, it would have probably been like a $28 shirt. Just a t-shirt. Untucked should be around $15 to $18. What I send to eBay, people trying to get 34 Untucked, it just isn't there. Yeah, you're right, for sure. I don't sell any Untucked for $30. Me personally, again, it's just me. I'm just telling you guys what I do, how much I still sell stuff for. You saw I've been selling those short sleeve Untuckeds for right around $20. That's what they sell for me. If I listed those at 30, I know I'd have a tough time selling. All right, next items. Let's do Mercari. Mercari sales. So shout out to Nifty cross-listing over to Mercari. Finally getting some sales on Mercari. I guess I should say I had 4 sales because I had a little bundle. Here's a really good bolo, but not a good item by this brand. I wish it was. It's one of those brands that you just pick up. You don't even care what it is. This is a long sleeve striped yellow shirt by Relwyn. Those of you who know, Relwyn is a good brand to be on the lookout for. Really good jackets and all that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, this sold for $17. I've had this listed since I was taking pictures on my hardwood floor. So it's not like I underpriced it. I priced these accordingly. Unfortunately, that's what it sold for. So the question is, short sleeve linen tucket? Yeah. Short sleeve linen untucket for sure sell for more. If you can find untucket in a different fabric than cotton, so polyester nylon or linen, it sells for more. I'm looking over here. I feel like I have a linen one somewhere right over here. I don't. This one's not linen. This is just a short sleeve cotton, but it's a short sleeve that has all over print, so it's a little bit more unique. So yeah, that Relwyn. Relwyn usually does really well. Depop shared the live. Thanks, Depop. Not the Depop, but Depop. Went out ground. Next item is two items. Going out in one. 2 for 1. This is Johnny O. The cotton shirts with the pockets in the front. There's one and there's 2. Both are medium, both purple. I picked these up, sell them. They sold for Mercari for $35. So right around that like $17.99, $17 a piece type of deal. And I'm fine with that. Paid $5 a piece from it. So 10 into 35. I'm fine with that. Not too good for that. I'll do that all day long. Anyone sold Impression by California? You guys are talking about brands I've never heard about. Impressions of California brand. I've never heard of that brand. I never sell on Mercari. Speed Racer. I was just talking about that earlier. There were 3 weeks before this weekend. 3 weeks I didn't have one sale on Mercari. And I'm like, you know what? A lot of people are stopping cross-listing to Mercari. K-Way stopped cross-listing to Mercari. I'm like, I'm going to still do it. It's just one extra click. And I sold 4 items. So over the weekend. So I'm not going to stop cross-listing. If I can make Mercari pay for Nifty, that's just how I look for it. Okay, Mercari not getting me much. Pays for Nifty for the month. Okay, that's all I care about. I'm done. Takes one click. These are Columbia shorts, new tags, retail arbitrage. I was buying these for $2.50. $2.50 for these. These sold for $16.50. Speaking of Nifty, that was a Nifty sale. Nifty sent out an offer. If you're rewatching this later, you watch one of my videos. Nifty is my cross lister automation tool. It's awesome. if you want to try it for free, it's better than Vindu, List Perfectly, Prime Lister, all of those. Most people have switched over, all the people that have been pushing those too. I have a free trial and a discount on your first month on SurfsUpFinds.com or my link tree or description or at checkout or at whatever you can use Surfs Up Finds. But I have a link at SurfsUpFinds.com. It's really good. Annie, good morning. What's up? Depop has been doing way better than Mercari. Creekside, I agree with you. Depop has been doing better than Mercari. I've had way more sales on Depop. This weekend I didn't, but I also started boosting my store on Depop. Hopefully that gets more sales on Depop too. Have you started selling on Curtsy? You can sync your Poshmark, but they only post women's clothing. I have not sold anything on Curtsy. Not yet. Not. Meg says, Depop Mercari, I've forgotten about her. Yeah, I know. I get it. I feel you. I felt like Mercari completely forgot about me, but just it's like that girl that just keeps you on a string. Just every once in a while pulls you in so you can stay and like, all right, I'm done with you. And then they just yank on that string. And you're like, oh, you gave me 4 sales. I still like you. I still like you. That's what Mercari is for me right now. Top of the AM, top of the morning to you. Top of the morning. Those are the 3 Mercari. Let's get into Poshmark. Poshmark Brioni shirt. Didn't sell for a ton, but sold for $42. A Brioni shirt. You guys get to see my armpits. I haven't sold anything on Mercari in 3 months. I swear something's wrong. Yeah, I think they really shot themselves in the foot with what they did with passing all the fees over to the buyer. I think that made a lot of people leave. Poshmark, I need to put this in a priority envelope. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Everyone has an excuse or a reason for everything. I'm just guessing because after that happened, everything started to go down. It says, which of these objects is played in a band? Gosh, this is hard. Guitar. And that guitar. Confirm. Okay, good. They changed the little puzzle piece. Much harder. Mercari is the one that will randomly send the WYD text. Do they? Do they, Lauren? What is WYD? I'm not good with that. What is WYD? I'm old. I'm old. What is WYD? Yeah, exactly. Just one click. Just one click sold that blazer for me. Yeah, just one extra click. I'm fine with it. I'm gonna cross list to Depop and Mercari. I'm gonna continue to do it. If I can, I make a couple hundred bucks extra a month. I'm gonna do that. I mean, that's good money for me. After game 1 loss, I'm still saying go Cavs. Gonna be a good series. Casey, nice to see you with your Ohio State Buckeye. Listen, the Pacers are going to beat the Cavs. I'm sorry. They're going to beat the Cavs. The Pacers are completely underrated. No one talks about them. We are deep. We are a good team. You're going to see that we will beat the Cavs. We already beat them in 1 game at home. We already got our home game. It might be a good series, but we will beat them. UK shorts. These are Nike Elite shorts. Nike Elite shorts. These sold on Poshmark for $25. $25 on Poshmark. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, so what are you doing is what that stands for. Remember, it says what Mercari is the one that will sell you what are you doing text. Send you one of those texts. Yeah, see, I am not good with those. What are you doing? I know you know what I know, all those sorts of things. I have to ask Shelby all the time, like, what does that mean? Mercari is good for certain items. I sold more plush on Mercari than eBay. Each platform has its niche. Angry, I agree with you. I talk about it often. I talked to Bearded, and he sells a lot of hard goods on Mercari. A lot of hard goods on Mercari. So that's a good place to sell that sort of stuff, like toys and things like that. He sells on Mercari. I have a Brioni shirt that's sitting. I think it's because it's from their sports line, which sounds cheaper. Cam, it could be. You saw how much I sold that Brioni for, $42. So that's not a ton. I don't know how much yours is sitting there for, but you might have to think about lowering the price, re-looking at comps. What am I doing? What's up, Reisner? What's up, Reisner? The queen of clothing, the clothier. eBay has been selling better since I joined Nifty, for sure. eBay, when I joined Nifty, my eBay was just it was crazy. It was crazy. I know someone, if they're still in here in the chat, said they got Nifty last week and they haven't seen an increase in sales. But when I got it, it increased like crazy. You're saying the same thing. Same here. They banned me for 4 months like they did you. They let me back in. Sales have been near non-existent since the fall. Yeah. So Mercari banned me. Remember, they held $1,000 from me. And I couldn't get a hold of any customer service for like months. It was weeks and weeks and months, I think. Finally got a hold of someone. They released my account. There was nothing wrong with it, and they released my money. Punks stealing my money. You know what? Mercari and K-Way steal my money. Polo Ralph Lauren 3XB, just a shirt. You guys know what it is. Listen, you're going to come in here, and you're not going to see a whole bunch of big, high-selling, sexy ticket items. You're going to see these bread and butter items that we're going to see around our thrift stores. This is what my business is made off of. Good morning, Tammy. Thanks for popping in. What's your take on mystery boxes? Sold a bunch of extra stuff I had in a mystery box for $30. I feel like mystery boxes, if they're coming from resellers, they know what they're selling. They know what they have. They know what they're selling. That's my opinion. I don't dabble in that. I don't dabble in mystery boxes. I would rather have pallets or stuff from an actual store. So from Polo Ralph Lauren or Dick's, someone that's not cherry picking it. Someone that's not cherry picking it. What's up, Tuesday? Thank you for convincing me to open a store on eBay. Best thing I've ever done. There you go. Way more than a YouTuber. You're a mentor and friend. Hey, I appreciate you. Listen, Bubby or Bubba, we're coworkers. We're coworkers. That's what we do. We help each other out. You know, when we have a bad day, we can cry on each other's shoulders. We have some tips for each other. We can tell that stuff too. But yeah, I'm glad you got the eBay store. Definitely helps out. You run sales, all that sort of stuff, send coupons, all that sort of stuff. Bye, all. Have a great day. Smile, stay positive, and give someone a compliment today, says Cookie. Love it, Cookie. Bye, Cookie. Speed says bye, Cookie. Win-win. Big win, Pacers last night. I know. Big win. Let's go. Big win. Like I said, I'm confident that we're going to beat the Cavs. Confident. I can tell you right now, I'm a huge Pacers fan. I'm a huge Colts fan. Big. Always have been. Colts are not going to do anything. Pacers, good. They're good. Colts suck. So I'm not just being biased. I sold a shirt on eBay, and when I shipped it to the buyer, reacted, asked if it was a nice shirt and if I liked it. What? Reached out and asked me if it was a nice shirt. I sold a shirt on eBay, and when I shipped it to the buyer, reached out and asked me if it was a nice shirt and I liked it. That is the most random message. Did you ever respond to that? Like, yeah, that's why I sold it. What's up, Shelves? Hey, thanks for coming in. And thanks for following. I see some people following. Thanks for coming in and following. If you're new here, resell full-time, mostly clothing. It's what I do, my full-time job. And I come on here and teach. And a lot of people get upset that I tell people what's out there and what to get. But, hey, it's always changing. And we're making people money and extra money and stuff like that. I started Nifty last week and sales had increased like crazy. Thanks. Fergie from Black Eyed Peas. Look at that. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm not lying when I talk about Nifty. eBay, you just talk. eBay store helped you out. Yes. Nifty, it's going to make you more sales. Yes. I'm not going to sit here and tell you something that's not going to make you more sales or going to hurt you. I don't sell courses. We're just talking about the free reseller group that I made ever since the beginning for the OGs. No, I'm not about selling courses, selling merch, any of that stuff. These are a size 34, which is a good size Nike Dry Fit Hurley shorts. So when I buy these Hurley shorts, I'm looking for the little Nike Dry Fit right here. Those usually sell for me. I don't want to sell well, but they sell for me. These sold for $16 and they sell fairly quick. I just listed these. Got to make sure I ship these out in priority. Had a potential buyer ask if I can take a picture with the clothing on. Women's clothing. So, did you? You should have. You should have. If they would have thought it was a woman's, send them a picture. No. Yeah, I don't know. People are weird. There's Nick. Nick, where have you been? Where have you been this morning? Yeah, people ask the strangest questions. The buyer wasn't Surfs Up Fines, was it? Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go! You know what? Sad for the Spurs. Greg Popovich retired, or at least stepped down from the head coach. You guys had so many great runs, though. But yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Mercari has been going through the same thing, currently holding $900. Okay, so the way I found out how to get a hold of them on the phone. I forget how I did it. I looked at like Reddit groups or something, and I found out how to get a hold of them on the phone. That's how I got my account back on Mercari. It was not through emails. I never heard from anyone. I know it doesn't help you now, but Kansas City Flip, I wouldn't be leaving anything in Mercari. Oh, Casey Flip and I wouldn't be leaving anything in Mercari. I have zero info, and I feel like they could shut down anytime. Okay. So Nick's saying, don't leave any money in Mercari, which I don't. Anytime I have $100 in Mercari, I withdraw it to my bank account. Whenever it gets to 100, I withdraw it every single time. Yep. Look at this. Cleveland, nope, with a thumbs down. Yeah, you're right. Cleveland, nope. Hey, keep getting weirdo messages from people asking if I worn the shoes barefoot, so it could be worse. Yeah. I just ignore those people. Or I say I thrifted them, so I can't tell you. I didn't wear them. Yeah. Wait until 30-day window for returns and tell the buyer you hate the shorts and it's cursed. Nick, so the buyer that said, hey, do you like this shirt? After you shipped it to them and they got it, wait 30 days until after a return window shuts down and say, no, I hate them. Say, in fact, I peed my pants in them and I had to, I washed them and I had to sell them after that. How did you find store pallets and pull a Ralph Lauren pallet? So I don't buy pallets, Claire. I don't buy pallets. There are lots of places online you can look to buy pallets. A lot of people that buy pallets and like KOA bales and stuff like that, they keep it on the DL for good reason, because there's only a finite amount out there. If they tell everyone where they get it from, then everyone's going to get their product. And they worked hard to try to find those items and find those suppliers. So you can look online, whatever. But yeah, eventually, if you work hard enough, I think you'll be able to find it. Barry D, what's up? Might have been Barry D. Yeah, might have been Barry D. Pop has cancer. So sad for the Serbs. Oh, does Popovich have cancer? Dang it. I didn't know that. Yeah, I hate the C word. I hate the C word. Cancer, I hate so. I think we all do. I hate it so much, though. Send them my way. A guy paid me good money to wear shoes for 3 days and then mail to him. That is freaking weird. I don't understand it. So Poshmark, last sale on Poshmark. So this is the last sale. It was a bundle, 6 items, sold it for $100. 3 of these items I bought for $250 each. 3 of them were those Columbia shorts. So 3 out of the 6 I bought for $350 each or $250 each. The rest of them $5 each. So into $100, I took that offer. The list price was $130, and we met at $100. I'm fine with that. I'll take a bundle offer. Have you removed the relisting feature from Nifty from your Poshmark store? I heard a lot of people buyers are getting suspended. So no, I haven't heard of anyone yet, at least using Nifty. But know what I was talking about earlier? We'll go over there. I'll show you what I've done. So I'm going to go to Nifty real quick. I'm going to go to my dashboard. And what I did was do my relist every 15. Daily limit is 15 relist. They recommend 18. Nifty does. I'm doing less than that just to be safe. Just to be safe. I'm doing 15 a day. So that's what I'm doing. Dre, what's up, Dre? I had a Mercari buyer ask me to not clean the shoes because he likes them dirty. Ooh. Who is that buyer? Might be someone you know. Geez, that's nasty. That nasty. Just a kid from Akron, Ohio. Go Cavs. Rolling with Stones. Hey, you got to root for your team. I get it. I got to root for your team. Better luck next year, though. Better luck next year. Do you have to enter in the weight for every item on Mercari? I'm pretty sure you do. So when I cross list from eBay to the other platforms like Mercari, it brings over the weight and dimensions, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, you definitely do. You definitely do. Because Mercari sometimes I have to send stuff out FedEx or UPS. Morning, how do you check your ASP on eBay? Your average selling price on eBay. Well, I can show you with Nifty. That's the easiest way for me. Oh, on eBay, let's try to find it. You're doing 15 every 60 days? Yes. 15 relist every 60 days. I'm doing the full sharing, though, and supposedly the sharing pushes your items. So have you heard of Task Brand Polos? Yes, Bola for me bought 50 for $5.81, selling for 30 each. Yes, Task, TASC, and it looks like a little bear, right? Or a little like raindrop bear. Let's look at the ASP. Asking them takes them so creepy, but I had one the other day, CC, so good shop. Yeah, people ask, so crazy. Suspended for what? Oh, people are getting suspended for Poshmark for doing too many recreates. Poshmark's like cracking down on bots and recreates, I guess. Let's go to eBay. Let me look real quick. eBay performance summary. Okay, so let's go over to eBay. I haven't looked at this for a while. Look, see, I am top rated. Summary. Might be under sales. Sales. Average selling price $40.74. Average selling price on eBay right now is $70 or $40.74. That's my average selling or my average price. And I did one auction. So don't look at that one. One auction. Yeah. See how mine's sharing all that info? I'm not making buku bucks. Fun times, I know, right? I mean, like I said last week, if you guys watched my live, if someone said, hey, I'll pay you an extra $20 if you send me those shorts sweaty, I will run the fastest mile I've ever ran for an extra $20. Sure. Have you heard, has Etsy been added to Nifty for all users? I can't find it in the options yet. So if you go on a Nifty, and go under your connections, under account, you go to your account, and I'm just saying. Let me turn this around for you. Flip camera. Okay, so if you're on Nifty and you go to your account and then connections, down here is Etsy. I don't have a store yet, so I don't have anything to connect. But yeah, Etsy is on there. It should be on there for everybody. Whoop. So close. All right, guys, that's it. That's all we have. That's all we have for today. Appreciate y'all coming in. I'm just getting in the swing of Nifty. You recommend doing 15 per 60 days? Oh, yeah, I already answered that. My bad. Poshmark provided a limit of 60 days for relisting recreates. Anything more is considered excessive recreates. Also, people are getting suspended for excessive. Yeah, so I'm just focusing on the shares with Poshmark and sending out offers. I'm late. School time. I know, Sophia. You're late. We're leaving. But you can't cross-list. Okay, you can't cross-list yet with Nifty and Etsy. I guess they just put it on there and they're working on getting it. Yeah, I would just message Nifty. I don't work for Nifty or anything like that. So I would just message Nifty and ask them what's the dealio with Etsy. What's the dealio? But that's it, everybody. I'm gonna head out, get this stuff shipped out, and get some pictures and listing today. Be safe. Have a good day. And as Cookie would say, give somebody a compliment today.